Hi, everybody. Welcome again to another Community Calendar with Prtc. I'm Miles Crosby, along with Jenny Bunton. Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Miles. How are you?
Good, good. I understand we had some great news when it comes to Civic.
Yes, I really want to thank the community because this building was amazing. It was so alive for a whole week. Civic got here the last week of February. They were here Tuesday through Saturday, doing rehearsals, practicing, going out into the community. They went and worked at Colleton County High School.
They really? What did they do? What were the singers?
Well, it was about 30 or 40 kids in the class.
Right.
They performed for them, but then they did an active residency teaching the children about breath control and different exercises, and had them learn 2 songs that they actually were going to perform during the performance with the group within like 20 minutes. It was amazing.
Well, you know, that's the thing that those students will carry with them the rest of their lives.
Exactly. Some of my fondest memories, which we've talked about before, was going on trips and singing with other people from out of town. But then they worked with the CPA chorus. We had about 12 to 16 kids come to the Civic Center, and they did the same activities with them. They went and visited area churches. They were out and about in our community, you know, they like to come into a community and work with homegrown areas and local businesses. So they went all downtown talking to people, you know, shopping at establishments on Main Street and even out at Old House.
Oh, great.
They love to come in and get a true feel for the community. Then on Friday night, we had roughly 275 people in this auditorium.
That is awesome. Let's remind everybody, you know, I forgot to mention this whenever we started the intro. Of course, we were talking with Jenny here at the Civic Center. What some people remember is Hampton Street Auditorium.
And I still call it that.
And a lot of us do. But anyway, with all that being said and done, so Civic, all right, just a quick reminder, a little recap of what they were and what they, you know.
Civic, their main core group has 12 individuals, and most of them met in college and in grad school. They go around doing community service projects, residencies, concerts, fundraisers for local nonprofits wherever they're visiting. And they are basically a professional chamber choir. And it was funny because some of the kids were a little nervous about working with them because all they could imagine was 405-year-old music and bleh. But they did Beatles, they did Billy Joel.
Wow.
It was an amazing a cappella performance. 6 of them came. That night of the free community program, we had, like I said, about 275 people in the audience, and about 30 kids performed with them on the stage.
How amazing is that?
We were raising money for Faith Builders and Mission Serve Walterboro. And we actually raised around $2,800.
That's phenomenal.
Enough to fund 2 more handicap accessible ramps.
I understand you guys actually built one, right?
We did that Saturday morning. It really was awesome because over half of those kids showed back up here at 7:30, and we went about 2 streets behind the Civic Center, and within 4 hours, those kids, the 6 people from Civic, representatives from Faith Builders and Mission Serve, built a fully functional handicap ramp.
You know, when you see something like that after all the labor and you see the fruits of the labor, and like you said earlier, I said it again, I'm going to repeat myself, but the truth is that is something that those young people will remember for the rest of their lives.
Well, the neat thing is, and I've got to give a shout out to the South Carolina Arts Commission, since it was a lengthy residency, it was a little pricey. So I wrote a grant for the Civic Center to help pay for the project, which we were awarded. So there's big thanks for the Arts Commission.
And big thanks to you too for doing that.
Yeah, so it was amazing to see that because then the kids could see it from start to finish. And it was incorporating performing arts. It was incorporating different styles of music. It was bringing these retired gentlemen that work with Faith Builders in and working side by side with high school kids that neither group was used to doing that. And then they got to actually see the whole process start to finish and how it's going to have ramifications for other families with building 2 more ramps in the future. So I'm very proud of it. I'm so proud of our community. One of the people in Civic is from Walterboro, Kristen Murdoch. Kristen was in tears one night. She said, Jenny, I can't believe how much people have shown up. It just makes me love this place and coming home even more. And I've gotten messages from Civic wanting to know when they can come back.
That is
they
absolutely
loved
phenomenal.
Colleton County. And you know, people like to focus on the negative. that week showed everybody exactly how much positive Walterboro and Colleton County have, and that's what I want to showcase.
And there's definitely a lot of that out there.
There is.
And it shows up in things like that.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Congratulations to you.
Thank
Congratulations to the kids. Congratulations to everyone involved in
Yes.
Civic. That was a big, big, major success.
It was.
All right, now, that was what we have done. We've got a bunch of stuff that's coming up. Now, one of the things that I'm interested in, having seen the Eagles live perform a couple of times,
Jealous.
and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. You've got a band coming to town, and they're called the Glow Band.
Yes.
All right, and they do a lot of Eagles material, correct?
They do. Ever since Severe, and actually over the past few months since there's been more traffic in the Civic Center, I've been finding programs to come in, but I've also been getting contacted by promoters, smaller promoters that travel all over the Southeast.
Right.
And one of them was a gentleman named Lloyd Kincaid. He and some of his partners, they specialize in going to places like Augusta and here and bringing in good quality entertainment to smaller rural communities.
Right.
So they originally came to me with the idea of the Carolina Okie that I told you about last time,
Right.
the karaoke stuff. And it quickly changed into, well, let's try something else. So next Saturday on March 16th at 7 o'clock, they have a group coming in called the Glow Band from Atlanta. Full band. I've watched them on YouTube. They are amazing. They are a lot of fun. They've been working together with this particular Eagles show for over 2 years. They do all of the Eagles hits. They also do stuff from Bob Seger, Linda Ronstadt, and Jackson
I
Brown.
love them all.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're going to have this place rocking. On the Colleton Civic Center website, we actually have a link where you can buy tickets online.
Oh, okay.
They are $12 in advance online, or you can buy them at the door that night for $15. Cash only that night.
You know, but when you think about it, I mean, what a deal. I mean, to be able to see that kind of
Yes.
talent, $12, $15, I mean, that is phenomenal.
And I've had a great response. And again, what I like about some of these promoters contacting me is they are trying to get rooted in the community. When Lloyd found out about Focus having their big fundraiser pause last weekend out at the South 40, he contacted them and donated 50 tickets.
Wow.
So that they could auction them off to raise money for their organization while at the same time still bringing them in here for quality entertainment.
Right.
So I love that because it's really just bringing outside people in a positive way, a positive way. So I'm hoping this is a partnership that we can continue with other shows like this coming on. If you look on our website, colletoncivic.org,
Right.
that's where you can find out more information about the show and the ticket website,
Right.
and you can even look up the Glow Band on YouTube.
And see what you're going to have a chance to actually see in person.
Exactly.
And one of the things you were talking about with promoters and being in the business I was in for years and years and years, you're going to find out when they find out about this venue and how really amazing it is, you're going to start getting even more and more people contacting you about that very thing.
The compliments I get on the auditorium itself, they don't build auditoriums like this
They certainly
anymore.
don't. They
And there's
certainly don't.
very few with the structure and the design that we have. We are very, very blessed in our community.
Always call it a jewel.
And I love that people are seeing that from other places.
Exactly. And so once again, I feel confident you're going to get more calls.
I do
But
too.
once again, that's the Glow Band. It's going to be Saturday, March 16th, 7 o'clock. Colleton Civic Center, tickets in advance, $12, $15, cash at the door. That's going to be some great entertainment and really very affordable. You can bring the whole
You
family
can't
out.
beat it. I mean, if you go to Charleston, I love going to Charleston, but you're not going to find something like this for this price.
On a totally different subject, you know, most people who are Arnold Schwarzenegger fans, you know, or Lou Ferrigno, who was, you know, he was the original Hulk on TV.
Oh, yeah.
And Arnold, everybody knows Arnold. They both started out as bodybuilders.
Yes.
All right, now you're going to have some bodybuilders coming to town March 30th. Tell me about that.
I was contacted a few months ago by a very nice gentleman named Rodney Hilaire from Savannah.
Right.
He is also a promoter, and he heard about our venue, and he said, you know, you don't have anything like this in your area. And I'm like, no, we don't. So he actually reached out to our Recreation Commission. He reached out to local hotels. He reached out to coaches and staff around here. He is putting on his nickname is Guns, and when you meet him or you see him, you would know why. It is a bodybuilding, he calls it a classic. The thing about it is he really, really specializes in no enhancement. They have to take polygraph tests. They have to do blood tests.
Right.
It is an all-natural, fitness exhibition, and it's going to be in our area at the end of the month.
All right, so no steroids, and see what
Nothing.
nature can do. All right, now once again, that's going to be March 30th, Colleton Civic Center, and it's going to be the guns, bodybuilding,
Classic.
physique, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And and what are the tickets for that?
I do not know. He has got more information online.
Okay.
If you go to colletoncivic.org yet again, or even our Facebook or Instagram, there's contact information for him, his personal email. He will be starting things around 10 o'clock this morning, and it will go all day long.
Okay, great. All right, now we've already talked about a lot that's coming
Yes.
up. All right, but we got more. But we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
All right, Jenny, we'll be right back. You're watching PRTC's Community Calendar. We're at the Colleton Civic Center. It's always a lot of fun talking to Jenny. And like I said, more stuff coming up. You got to find out about it. We'll be right back.
Hey, my name is Riley Westbury. I am the broker in charge and owner of Colleton Realty. We are located in downtown Walterboro, servicing all of the Lowcountry. We are known to go above and beyond with our services. We have the equipment and knowledge that you will need to get it sold. You can visit our website at www.colletonrealty.com or give us a call at 843-782-7800.
Welcome back once again to PRTC's Community Calendar, and we're at the Colleton Civic Center. We're talking to Jenny Bunton. Jenny, it's always a pleasure talking with you.
I love when y'all come.
Well, we love being here. But you've got so much to talk about, and one of the things is the Children's Theater. Tell me about that.
Yes, well, the Colleton Children's Theater was started about 23 years ago by myself and Bonnie Smith, Bonnie Hargrove, that used to actually founded and ran the original Arts Council here in town. And we started it. We have put on, I think we counted back in the fall, about 25, 26 yearly productions.
Okay.
We offer classes, but here the past year we have really geared up. This is something I do in my spare time, aside from being the events manager for the Civic Center. But the Civic Center is the home of the Children's Theater, so that's why I like to mention it.
Let me butt in for just one second. Now, do you do the training here at the Civic Center as well?
We do.
So you sign up for classes?
We do.
What are the ages for the kids?
What we do is ages 7 through 17. We take kids that want to be on the stage. We take kids that want to work behind the scenes, because as I like to teach in theater experiences, there's a place for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you want to be in the forefront on the stage or behind the scenes. So we'd always done classes here or there when we could. Over the past year, I've got a really great core group of people, and what's really, really neat is 3 of them were actors in the Children's Theater when Bonnie and I started.
That is really cool.
So they've moved back to the area, and we took a very long hiatus because of COVID and making sure everything was safe with us dealing with that age group. It was a rough time for everybody.
Exactly.
So last September and beginning October, we did our first production in 3 years. It was done right here. It was great. It was wonderful. So we kind of decided, you know what, in the new year, let's branch out and do a little bit more.
Excellent.
So in January, I had one person, Bree Chapman. She taught a story building class, and she actually took a group of kids twice a week, and they made a story. They wrote it.
Wow.
We were able to offer the class for free to these kids because we had some very generous donors from families, from the community, from businesses. Then last month, Kathy Hunter, our costume and prop master, she actually took a group of kids, and they took the story that Bree wrote, and they designed the stage that you see behind us. They actually painted and found the items and set up the stage and dressed it to learn how to make that happen, again, because of generous donations and funding.
Right.
And money that we made from the play that we did in the fall, free class to these kids twice a week.
That is amazing.
And just this week, after hours, I have started an intro to acting class to get the kids more comfortable on stage, because COVID, you know, kids were in front of tablets, kids were online.
Right.
The face-to-face interaction and the creative outlets, the kids didn't have as many. And I saw it as a public school teacher. So once again, we've been able to offer that class free of charge twice a week for the month of March. And we're taking the story that they built in January, the sets they made in February, and now we're turning it into an actual script. So what we're doing is we're taking it from the page to the stage, and we will be presenting it at Rice Festival.
Oh, wow.
And we will also be presenting it during another little festival we'll be talking about in a few minutes. Then in May, we're going to have auditions for our big fall production, and even more classes to be announced. I'm just, if you can't tell, I'm very proud.
Well, you ought to be. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, you're talking about really from start to finish. Now, can I ask you a quick question? What is the story about?
It is about a dog that goes missing and this brother and sister duo who enlist their friends to go find it. And these kids just, I'll tell you honestly, they invited me to come watch what they did. And I'm watching it, and I already had a plan for what I was going to do for my theater class. And Kathy already had a plan for her set design class, and I called Kathy. I said, throw it out.
Let's do this.
I said, we're going to take what these kids wrote, and we're going to show them the process.
That's awesome.
So it's neat. We let the kids kind of lead it, and it's growing. We did a couple of classes last year with a handful of kids. We have doubled with every class. The interest, it just... Very proud.
And what a great experience for the kids to actually get in front of an audience and be in front of a live audience on stage, which is, that's a talent in itself. People don't realize that can get daunting the first time you get up there.
Exactly. We've got kids that have come in and they learn about the soundboard, run the spotlight. They're working backstage. They do not want to be in the limelight. It just stresses them out, but they want to be a part of something.
Exactly.
And so it's good to find a job for each of them and show them how this actually works. We've had a couple of kids over the years. Bust Bickley was in the productions, and now he works as a prop master, designed them on Broadway in New York.
Amazing.
Kristen, that sang with Civic, she was in our plays, went on to governor's school, getting her doctorate in Austria now with vocal sciences.
She's all over the world.
I mean, and we've had several other success stories that, you know, we like to think maybe we played a part in helping them feel comfortable enough to chase those dreams.
And it's amazing how you can see that ripple effect.
It
really does become a ripple effect.
It is. Yeah. It's humbling.
Yeah,
it's
really
humbling.
It's amazing. All right, and you've got some other things you wanted to talk about before we take a break?
We've got, going back to the center, we do hold all of our classes here, but in addition to that, we have several dance groups that will be having recitals, and we have several beauty pageants coming in March and April, and the neat thing is one of them is the Rice Festival pageant, which is coming up at the end of this month. Right. But the other pageants, they're all from the Somerville area, the Charleston, Barnwell. We've got people coming and investing in our community, and that's nothing but helping out local businesses, coming in tourism. So I'm proud of them reaching out and wanting to hold things here. Well,
the thing is, once people actually walk in and see the Civic Center, you know, the auditorium, most people are amazed. They really are.
They are. And I've got a lot of repeaters.
Yep,
that's what's neat.
Exactly. Well, we're going to take another quick break.
Okay.
We're going to be right back with Jenny Bunton. Of course, she is. We're both here at the Civic Center, the Colleton Civic Center, and we're going to be talking about all things Wham coming up in just a few moments. You say, Wham, what is that? Well, we're going to tell you right after this quick break. Stay with us.
Dogwood Hills Golf Course offers the avid golfer many opportunities to play our 9 holes of rolling fairways right here in Colleton County. With unlimited playing packages for family or individuals. You can't find better deals like these at other low-country courses with a cart included. Also introducing the latest technology with our new golf carts equipped with a Visage system. Stay on top of your game with GPS, yardage to the hole, and location. And don't forget our Tuesday and Friday Senior Scramble and Thursday Night Happy Hour Scramble, all at Dogwood Hills Golf Course.
Once again, welcome back to PRTC's Community Calendar. I'm Miles Crosby, along with Jenny Bunton, and we are talking everything that's coming up. And boy, there's a lot of stuff coming up at the Civic Center, including Wham. Now, I want to make sure I get this right. It's Walterboro History, Arts, and Music, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's what Wham stands for. It's not the band. Wham.
Yeah.
Walterboro History, Art, and Music. All right, now it's going to be coming up in May. I understand everything's free. All right, and it's going to happen May 3rd through the 11th. And a lot of good stuff coming up, including, I understand, there's going to be a rendition of Snow White May 4th here at the Civic Center.
There is. The Wham Festival was started several years ago here in town. Matt Mardell over the museum, farmers market. He's going to be coming on and talking about all the specifics. But during that week, there will be activities all over downtown, partnering with all interested arts entities. We've got stuff going on with the Artisan Center, the Arts Council, AHAB, Local businesses are going to be hosting some art stuff. But the Civic Center, we have two very big things that are going to be happening here.
Tell us about it.
One of them is the Low Country Youth Dance Academy, which is through the Governor's School for the Arts. It is a youth ballet. They're going to be coming to the Civic Center on May 4th at 5 to present Snow White.
Oh, wow. So it's going to be Snow White done in a ballet form.
Done in a ballet form, which, in this area, we don't get too many, professional traveling ballet groups.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
So it's really cool to have that here, and it is totally free of charge. They came last year and did Peter Pan. So this year, they great group of people, great group of kids. So they're going to be putting on Snow White right here on the stage. Reminds
me a lot of what you would see like in Piccolo Spoleto or
yes.
something like that
yes.
in Charleston, and we're actually having it right here in town.
Exactly, exactly.
Once again, amazing the stuff that's coming up now. Obviously we've got a lot of art in the area. We certainly have a lot of history in the area, and we all love music. So that's what the Wham Festival is all about.
It
right
is,
in Walterboro.
And it's also partnerships. Like I said, we've got stuff going on all through May 3rd through the 11th. Culminating in the end a huge finale with food trucks and live concert and student groups performing at the Wildlife Center Amphitheater.
Oh, awesome.
There'll also be a student art show. All of this is on whamfestival.org.
Okay.
It's also Wham Festival on Facebook. It's also on the Colleton Civic Center website, all the links that you can go to find out. The Children's Theater is going to have an open house right here where we're going to have a bunch of activities for veterans of the Children's Theater, but also people that don't really know what it's about can come. There's too much to mention, y'all. We started rolling out a lot of the events on Facebook just this week.
Just so people can kind of get ready for it. It's all coming up at the beginning of May.
Exactly.
And also you got the Last Stop on Market Street. What is that?
Last Stop on Market Street is presented by a group called City Stage. They are a subset of the Dock Street Theater from Charleston.
Oh, okay.
And they travel out to rural communities and put on free of charge performances. They're going to be doing 2 shows on Friday, May 10th.
Right.
That morning is going to be a special school show at 10 o'clock. And then that evening is a community-wide show at 6. Now, the other cool thing is this group actually comes out and likes to travel to rural schools that maybe it's kind of hard to get into towns and stuff.
Right.
They're going to be even performing at Cottageville Elementary and at Bells Elementary later in the month.
Very cool.
So,
and I really like that because sometimes you get kids exposed to things that otherwise they might not have a chance to see.
Exactly. And the other part of that is, we do have a beautiful, huge facility here to use, but timing may not line up.
Right.
They may not be able to come that morning or even come back with their parents that night. So this group really likes to come into outlying communities.
Right.
They came last year and did a wonderful version of Treasure Island.
Oh.
But the show they're doing this time is called Last Stop on Market Street, which is actually an award-winning picture book, children's book. Okay. So the stuff that they do does to have an educational element to it. Professional actors, great group of people. It's some great free opportunities.
And it's all part of the Wham Festival,
Yes.
the Walterboro Arts, History, and Music, and it's going to be May 3rd through May 11th?
May 11th. Our big finale will be that night, but start checking out online. It's
free.
Everywhere.
All free right here in Walterboro.
That's right, that's right.
Jenny, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
I love it when y'all come.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. The feeling is mutual. Once again, we've been talking to Jenny Button, and we're talking about everything coming up and so much more with the Colleton Civic Center. We have got a jewel in the crown of Walterboro in Colleton County, and I love coming here. It brings back such good memories.
Yes, it does.
All right, you've been watching PRTC's Community Calendar. For Jenny Button, I'm Miles Crosby. See you again soon.